Yo, the Hype Podcast, episode 2124.
When utilities get cut off, sometimes it really starts to stink.
If you want to really get to know your homies, take them to the woods.
The Hype Podcast starts right now.
I need you to subscribe, put the alerts on, and donate on Patreon.
And like.
Now, I see, he lied. The Hype Podcast didn't start then. It starts right now.
Everybody's funking around.
I have no idea where to put this in the show. But I came up
So you're just going to whip it out
I just came up with something. I was just like, yo, put that in your pussy. No. Yo. I said, I told this bitch, push that in your pussy and kegel it. That's what I said.
Is this a fucking context to this?
No, there's no context.
What do you mean there's no context?
I just said...
You just walked up to a bitch on the street and was like, yo, ho,
No,
put that in your pussy and kegel it.
I started saying that. I was like, what? At some point, I'll be somewhere where some bitch will piss me off and I'll say something so prophetic that I'll be like, fuck, put that in your pussy and kegel it.
You know what I'm about to say? I'm about to say something prophetic. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Hype Podcast. I'm the host with no name.
My name is So Fresh. I do not kegel. I think we can kegel as a boy. It's called farting.
And I am not the prophet nor the prodigal son. I am the host with no name, and this is the ultimate, unbelievable, unmanageable So Fresh. And we are here to kick it with you for the next 30 minutes. 30 minutes making love to your ears, bitches.
I might lie. I might be lying to you. 30 minutes, that's a long time. You
3 minutes and still time to cuddle.
I worked hard all day, bitch. My slippers worked right next to the door. So I might not give you a full 30 today.
You can check out all of our episodes at thehypepodcast.com. Check us out on facebook.com/The Hype Podcast, or donate to our Patreon. We need more rope lights. We need rope lights and disco balls.
I heard somebody didn't like the purple because we just kept using the same fucking color. You know what? Fuck you. Donate to the podcast and maybe we got some better shit. You think about that. You whenever you think of something that we don't have, it's because you don't donate. You remember Jerry's kids? Jerry's kids couldn't walk because you didn't donate.
You dollar donating son of a bitch.
Whenever you see a fucking cause that people, like breast cancer. Have you donated to breast cancer? That's fucking cured it.
Yeah, that's why you walked in a circle for breast cancer for an hour, bitch. Do you think that helps? Nah.
I mean, motherfuckers just want to march. It is breast cancer month, isn't it? Have just fucking pink trash cans. You know, they'll offer you a pink trash can, but let me tell you something about fucking trash cans. These motherfuckers didn't pick up my goddamn trash can today, and I got a real fucking problem.
Wait, okay. Is it like today trash day over here? I live on the opposite side of town as you. So.
Yeah. Here's how I went, homie. I was delinquent with them ends.
Okay.
I was delinquent with them ends.
The trash folks don't play.
They told me a bunch of times. They even sent me an email like, yo, we ran into your car. You're fine, yo. And then I log on to the site and they were like, that was declined. Oh, shit. You shouldn't have tried to charge me $300 for trash.
Dude, let me tell you real quick. Just let me tell you what else is trash. The IRS does not fucking cut your shit off that quick. Like they sent me 3 or 4 letters one year saying like, you owe us $50. We're like, hey, let us get our $50 or we're gonna incur fees. They told me just last year because I forgot about it. Oh, we're gonna send you to collections for $50. I'm like, bitch, I'm not paying you $50.
I mean, these motherfuckers are sitting there like, I'm tired of fucking with you. They're straight up like, I'm tired of fucking with you. And then I got up today, which was the last day, and paid the minimum.
Okay.
And these motherfuckers, I was like, maybe they'll get it, maybe they won't. Usually I call them.
I didn't take you for a gambling man.
I came home, trash was full as fuck.
You knew it though. I feel like you knew.
I knew it was gonna happen. Everybody else's trash lid is open. Mine is closed. Well, a little bit with some white bags hanging out.
Dude, and
I mean, what if I was trying to get rid of a body? Shit, pay your trash bill.
I gotta ask you something.
What's that?
What the fuck is up with these trash folks? And if your lid is not like at least 90% of the way closed, they're like, nope. Mm-mm.
Oh no, there's a penalty penalty for how high your lid is open.
First of all, you're going to charge me to take out my trash. You don't let me not have trash service, or I'm in trouble. And then you're going to tell me how much trash I can give you?
I got to pay you to take away some shit I don't want. Sound like a fucking divorce. Shit. I mean, it's not like this is shit of value to me. I'm paying you to take shit I don't want away from my house. The whole concept is fucked up. And being a trash man, that's a lot of cash.
No shit.
And those motherfuckers in New York will go on strike.
Dude.
You know they just started using trash cans in New York?
It's called the sidewalk.
No, because the rat problem, they actually were like, hey, it's a good idea. We should probably put this trash in trash cans.
Dude, have you ever seen a rat in New York? It is bigger than this fucking... Oh, my God. It's bigger than the roadcaster.
Well, I was watching some shit on the YouTubes.
Okay.
I was watching some shit, and these motherfuckers were rat catchers in New York.
Yeah.
And they had dogs.
Yeah.
They used little dogs to catch the rats, and what they went out there with hockey sticks and would fucking bat the rats back at the fucking dogs. This is quality television.
When I was in New York, I went to school in Jersey. For those of you who don't fucking listen to all 9,000 episodes of our show,
hey, and he was on The Sopranos. He was a guest star.
Don't tell everybody my claim to fame.
The same episode as Lady Gaga, right?
Yeah, exactly. Me and her slept together in that episode. What's up, baby?
You slept in the same shift? Yes.
Yes, in the same shift.
In different locations? Because I consider that sleeping together. If me and you sleep at the same time, and I'm thinking about you,
bitch, we're together.
We are sleeping together. Being in a different location don't mean much.
Hey, distance ain't nothing but a number, baby.
Yeah, man, it ain't that hard.
No, so when I'm going,
it is that hard.
when I'm going to school out there, I went to Manhattan for the first time. And then we're rolling through, me and a couple of my buddies, the locals who live out there. They're showing me the ropes and all that. And I just happened to walk by like this alley once we get to like I think Queens is where we went to the first time. And I looked, I was like, oh man, you know, they got stray cats running around the neighborhood, and they're like, dog, that was a rat. I was like, what? What the? Like, that motherfucker could have took my foot off.
Well, the motherfuckers have adapted.
Oh yeah,
they're adapted. They know what time the trash comes out. The motherfuckers got watches.
Well, and there is so much trash.
They got Apple Watches, motherfucker.
They got like gold pimp chains and shit and Apple Watches.
I mean, the motherfuckers like, oh, it's our time. I mean, they know exactly what time to come out, come get their shit. And you know, and the thing is, they're never getting rid of them. The mayor had to have a special news conference saying we were winning the war on rats. Serious,
dude. So speaking of fucking cheese eating trash, dude, we've been away for a couple weeks, ladies and gentlemen.
Had some time off.
Yeah, I had some traveling to do, so I couldn't make it to the show.
You were solely missed.
And I go on my annual hunting trip.
Okay.
Now
you go to Africa or someplace like that. Zimbabwe?
I miss the rains down in Africa. No, we went over to Idaho, and you remember that old?
I used to know this girl near Africa.
I knew a girl named Abseda once. ABCDE.
I was just talking about the rain.
Yeah. But so you remember that old adage, like, in the world of the blind, the one-eyed man is king?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
like Stevie Wonder's and Ray Charles trying to figure some shit out.
Yeah, exactly. So
trying to read an eye chart.
Well, we'll call this guy. We'll name him Vance for anonymity.
Okay.
You remember Vance Munson from the movie Hitch, like the douchebag?
Oh, was that Kevin James?
Yeah, it was Kevin James, Will Smith, all that.
Yeah.
Vance Munson's like, yeah, I just really want to bang this chick, and Will Smith's like, don't ever touch me. Okay, pumpkin? Thanks. Yeah. So this guy's kind of a douche when I first meet him.
I think Will Smith's a good reference point right now. Yeah. Go ahead.
We're talking about Vance. All right?
I'm just saying. Will Smith is not a good reference point.
the Tupac killer.
Yeah.
So
watch the previous episode. They're all available on YouTube. And if you should donate on Patreon.
Yeah. So this guy Vance is like one of those posturing fucking I'm the GOAT at everything I've ever done son of a bitch, right? And he's 5'5" and looks like an Oompa Loompa from Willy Wonka. Like, he's just this roly-poly, never worked out a day in his life. And his only excuse is, oh, yeah, you know, I got bad knees because I was a... And he does the... I was looking around to make sure nobody's watching. And he's like, I was a hitman for the CIA. And I'm like,
why don't you just say you were big bones?
Yeah, right.
I mean, you like Cartman. Just say you're fucking big bones.
Yeah, right. But he spins this fucking yarn like, oh yeah, I got bad news because I was a Marine Scout sniper for 6 years in the Marines, and I'm fucking badass, and
Oh no, was he Intercontinental Champion of the WWF too?
Yeah, right. And he's
because these seem like only feats that Macho Man Randy Savage could ever achieve.
Yeah, and you can tell. Like I've trained with military and law enforcement. There was other military and law enforcement on this hunting trip, right? But you can just tell certain individuals where they're so ignorant that this guy drops F-bombs every other word.
So do I.
Fucking this and fucking that. I'm making some fucking macaroni and cheese, motherfucker. What?
I'm just kind of tripping because I do that shit too. I mean, you hold that, you talk about me bad on your other podcast?
Yeah, I do. No, you did a full sentence without using the F word. This guy's never achieved that feat in his entire life.
I can do it every once in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's what's a day without a motherfucker?
Yeah. So you can tell, like, this guy, he's like a snake in the grass, right? When the other law enforcement dudes come up, he's just very quiet and reserved. And when they leave, he's just like, I hit harder than anybody in the fucking planet. Like, I fucking knock a motherfucker out.
And it's a grown man.
A grown man. Like he's 40.
You're talking to a grown man.
And so, yeah.
I mean, it just kind of fucks with me because, I mean,
And by a grown man, I mean he's literally 1 year older than me.
I mean, because if we were all at camp and he was like 15, yeah, that'd be cool. Actually, if we were 18, all doing community service down to the dog pound, that'd be cool. I'd hear those fucking stories. But we two grown men on a fucking trip?
Yeah.
I mean, don't give me a reason. I don't like to take a life, but shit.
Exactly. And so I start to pick up that, like, every time the actual, like, badasses come around, he's like, just shuts up. Like, he won't say anything.
But he thinks you're a punk.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, and that's what I mean. In the world of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. My first hunting trip ever, my best friend's first hunting trip, this other guy's first hunting trip. So when it's just us three, he's like, yeah, man, bro, like, I know all this shit. I know everything. Fucking idolize me. And then when the actual talented hunters come around, he's just like, yeah, it's cool. Like, we're making some s'mores over here.
So you said he smells some pussy on you?
Yeah, right. Yeah, basically.
That's real cool.
And so we're all sitting around the campfire. And it's like 5:30. It gets dark, real dark in the mountains, like early, right? So we're sitting around the campfire.
It's Central Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Central Time.
Mountain Time.
Mountain Time. Yeah.
But so we're sitting there kicking it, and this dude, we'll call him John because John's very ambiguous. I mean, this dude was a contractor for the military. He's very well traveled, very well educated. He's your age. He's like probably older than you. Older than you, probably almost 50 years old, right?
Oh, that's really old.
And so you're welcome.
That's really, really old.
So this dude's well traveled and he's lived like a very full life thus far. So we're having great conversations. We're talking about his work overseas. We're talking about what he does now, what he does in his community, all this stuff. And we're just having great conversations. And this cat, who's feeling real small because nobody's talked to him in like 3 minutes, was like, oh yeah, I don't want to sound facetious, but and me at the same moment, me and my best friend go, wow, that's a big word for you, Marine. And everybody on the campfire starts dying laughing.
How is it you can always break a dude down by just
Well, okay. No, and that's my point. When I first met this dude, we're gonna Tarantino this shit. The very first time I met this dude.
So you're gonna show me the end of the movie first?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the very first time I meet this dude.
Is it a McRoyale?
Yeah, a McRoyale. No. I'm at my best friend's
house. That's what they call it, a McRoyale, right?
Oh, okay. I don't know. Probably.
In France.
Listen to the story.
Okay.
We're not French.
I'm thinking Tarantino.
Oui.
You didn't see Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, I did, but I don't remember.
You were really young.
Yeah.
You did not have nut hair.
So when I first meet this guy.
Samuel Jackson had a Jerry Curl when you didn't have
I get it. I've seen the fucking movie. Jesus Christ. So I meet this guy, and he's like, of course, boasting, telling me about how fucking cool he is. And I just meet him, and I don't give a fuck. And I'm like, oh, cool. Like, that's fucking awesome, right? Well, I leave my best friend's house after I first meet this guy, Vance, and he tells my best friend, he's like, oh, yeah, dude, I'm so happy. I have a gay friend now. And my buddy's like, what? Like, what do you mean?
Whoa. Are you his gay friend?
No. My best friend.
Shit happens in the woods.
Yeah, right? No. This is way back before I met him.
You're not gay if shit happens in the woods.
Yeah, hey, $20 is $20.
You know, if
No eye contact, and the tips don't touch. It's not gay.
If a tree falls, it's a pants drop.
Yeah, right.
And nobody's around to hear it.
That makes no sense. But
if nobody's around to hear those sweaty balls slapping against your ass.
Ladies. No, so... And then, like, when I first met this guy like a year and a half ago, right? So we're in my best friend's fucking house, and after I leave, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm so happy I know a gay guy." My friend looks at him and goes, "Who?" He goes, "Your boy that just left," and he's like, "That dude's had more pussy than all of us."
This motherfucker's fucked more bitches than BTS.
So
all 9 of them.
Yeah, and so he. Ever since then, like in a room full of people, he'd be like, "Oh, it's my gay, not gay best friend, haha," and I'm like. That like okay, I'm gonna let that slide because if that's the best joke you got,
that's a lot of sliding, son.
Well, because
that's a lot of sliding.
Listen. There's one thing I know.
I can't really listen to that. I mean, I'm talking to you directly. This motherfucker go call me gay on multiple occasions in front of other people, and I just had to let that ride. I don't know. I don't know.
Listen.
Oh
no, it's one. Simmer down, okay? It's one of those things, and you'll understand as soon as I tell you. It's one of those things where you look at a guy, and you're like, don't make me break out the nose, homie, because I will clown you. Like I will clown the shit out of you. And like he's that sad. Like you gotta let him have one once in a while to make him feel cool.
I don't know.
Because
I'm petty as I'm as petty as a bitch at prom. Fuck that. That bitch got my dress on.
No, but I'm saying I don't like completely let him slide. He'll say some shit like that. Like the last time he said that in front of a bunch of people, I was like, "Yo, Vance, you got to be this tall to ride this ride, homie," because he's like 5'5", and he can't do shit about it. Cool. You know,
I mean, that was a good gay deflection.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
If a motherfucker calls you any kind of gay, just deflect it by being gay. You say I'm gay? Well, I don't like those kind of dicks. There you go. Hey, it's a sin to fuck with the foreskin. You say that back to a motherfucker, you win. You have won the day. Put that in your pussy and kegel it.
Oh my God. You heard it here first on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
You out gay a motherfucker when you get in trouble.
Yeah. But so we have this fantastic fucking trip. And we're all laughing, giving each other fucking hazing each other, just talking shit, having a good time. And this cat would go to bed at like 6:30 or 7 o'clock pouting because he'd try and like slip some fucking white trash ignorant comment in there, and we'd just be like, anyway, back to the funny shit.
I mean, you know, like the motherfucker's like, well, that's why we have Chevys on the front lawn.
Yeah, basically. Or we'd be talking like, so this guy John, he's been in law enforcement for decades. And he's a correctional officer, right? And so he'd be talking about his job, his livelihood of like not dying on the job and not killing anybody because they're fucking inmates. Like he deals with murderers. And he's telling me this like crazy story. And I'm coming unglued, man. Like this is a wild story. Like he had to shoot 2 guys in jail. I'm like, wow, on the edge of my seat. Like what happened? And Chance was like, yeah, I'd have killed that motherfucker. I'm like, and he's like, no, this is like my job. I can't just murder people.
Hey, motherfucker, stick that s'more back in your fucking mouth and shut the fuck up while this man finishes his fucking story.
Yeah, right?
I'm just saying, you know, I mean, really, I know you like that white shit.
Yeah, and so this dude Vance is like, well, and just occasionally, yeah, oh, I'd never put up with that. What are you talking about, bro? Like, you don't even have a job, son. You live in a basement.
I hate motherfuckers without jobs to tell you what they won't put up with.
Yeah. Well, dude.
I mean, you will put up with being broke.
Right, yeah. And it like dawned on me the moment he says some shit like this. I'm like, this sounds actually like motherfuckers at my job. Because we had our annual summit, which is why we were gone for 2 weeks, right? The whole crew gets together from around the Pacific Northwest.
That's why you missed the show. Okay,
yeah,
thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. So our whole crew gets together. We all hang out, listen to a bunch of people talk and all that, and tell us how many millions of dollars they made and how much they're not going to give us.
Oh, don't you love those get-togethers?
I fucking
love them. When I worked
them.
in radio, they'd be like, yo, we just acquired 5 stations. Yeah. Hey, but we're paying you $15 an hour.
Yeah, right.
You know, it took millions and millions of dollars. We love your hard work, but we're going to pay you $15 an hour.
See all this? You get none of this. None of it.
Let me tell you, all my friends at Alpha, it fucking sucks because the parking is not free. It is $15 to park a day at the goddamn radio station. The radio station ain't that fucking cool, and you make it $15 an hour.
Right.
Can't even afford to eat in the fucking restaurants in the fucking building the radio station's at. You're so fucking broke. Hell yeah. So, back to the lecture right here.
So I'm sitting there.
I was on the wrong camera.
I'm sitting there listening to this guy, Jason Gardner, talk about extreme ownership. Like the Echelon Front, Jocko Willing, like motivational speaker type dude.
Yeah.
And one of my coworkers, after it's done, he's like talking to us in the little group, and he goes, yeah, I mean, that shit was kind of a waste of time. And I just start laughing. And he's like, yeah, it's common sense. And he didn't realize the validity of what he's saying. Everybody else in the crowd is like, oh, I mean, I don't know. But he's like you and I. Like, he'll take ownership of a problem, and he'll work it to completion.
I mean, when somebody tells you, it is kind of troubling when you're in a room full of people and somebody gets on stage and spends an hour and a half telling you just some basic shit that you should have known before. Right around the time you learned to wipe your ass. Yeah. You should have learned this basic shit. But then you go, okay, I got it. Not that big a deal. And everybody in the room looks at you like there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, right. And so we're sitting there. He doesn't realize what he said because everybody else, including like my boss and my boss's boss, are like, oh, I mean, I thought he made some good points. It's like, yeah, because you will take ownership of something and be like, all right, we're good here, right?
I could give you another extreme.
Like we're good. We're good. No, motherfucker. You have to work the problem. You have to fix the problem.
I give you an extreme case of this. I used to work with this motherfucker. Used to work for this motherfucker. And they used this program called DISC. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's personality by fucking color.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker,
it's racist.
Instead of taking, no, it's not even racist. No, because I was feeling really blue. Instead of taking ownership of all the fucking up they do, they just go, I have that kind of personality type.
Oh, Jesus.
So this motherfucker was an asshole to people. No, I just have a dominant personality.
Yeah,
no,
I'm just an alpha.
No, you're just a fucking pussy. You're just a pussy that signs all the fucking paychecks.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck you are. Yeah. Anybody who signs all the fucking paychecks, signing paychecks does not make you an alpha.
Yeah. But no, this, to kind of circle back, like, I think that's where I run into it a lot because at my job, on this hunting trip, it's like, I look like an alpha dude. But you can spin me some sort of whalish yarn like, oh, yeah, man, I saw a mermaid once fucking a moose. And I'll be like, wow, I wasn't there. I don't know what you saw. Cool. That shit's funny. Did you get their names and numbers? Like,
I mean, for me, I don't want to assert the alpha. Like, sometimes I'm just like, I will play the side. Because I'm like,
right.
You know what? Because I walk up in this motherfucker and I will run this motherfucker right up in here.
Yeah.
Somebody in this motherfucker will be shining my shoes.
Yeah.
Get your shine box and your fucking nickels if I want to flex my goddamn alpha in here. No. I walk in, I just want to be a part of the crowd.
Right. Yeah.
And you gonna take a little shot at me? I guess I deflect a little bit. I mean, this alpha comes with an invisible shield. I mean,
yeah, right.
It deflects beta bullshit way back to the other universe.
Yeah, like what bounces off me sticks to you, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you old piece of shit.
Yeah, and so I start thinking about that, like after I get home from my hunting trip, because my boss, this dude Vance, and a couple other motherfuckers that I'm like, I'm just not fucking with you people. I'm not fucking with you because I don't even need to. And when you want to come at me sideways and be like, oh, yeah, like this cat Vance, another thing this kid did, we're sitting there at the campsite, and John is like a 30-year Christian, right? Bible thumping dude. And so, but he's a whiskey drinking, cussing.
I mean, did you have to sing any hymns? No,
but when I was done talking to this cat, I wanted to. I was like, yo, can I get baptized real quick? Like,
whoa. Okay, so if it's you and a bunch of dudes out in the woods, saying getting baptized, unless actual John the Baptist is there, don't do that. Don't do that.
Nah, you don't.
That is saying bring me out to the woods and go boop.
Nah, he said you don't even want John the Baptist there because Baptists don't walk the path.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, it was crazy.
I mean, what, is he holier than thou?
No. He said the Lord is.
Fuck you, Jesus loves me too.
Yeah, right.
Go fuck what you think.
No, this was the coolest part, dude. And not only did we shit on Vance every time we got a chance, I rhyme sometimes.
Ooh,
but yeah,
ooh.
But I'm sitting there drinking whiskey with John and my best friend, and I'm like, all right, John, lay it on me, bro. What the fuck's up with the Jews? And he just
whoa. This is what's supposed to go on the show.
No.
Oh, stop the tape. No. Stop the tape. Can't talk about Jews. Do not talk about Jews. Hey.
Yes, we can.
No.
Yes, we can.
They bombing the shit out of motherfuckers. They turned off their power. They cut off their water. And they bombing the shit out of them. Won't let them out. No. Those motherfuckers are shooting fish in a goddamn barrel. No, I'm not fucking with no Jews.
No, that's what I was talking about.
Hey, but I'm being neutral. I'm just saying, don't fuck around.
No. Here's where it gets interesting. So I asked him about that. I'm like, so, war, famine, like all this stuff that's going on.
All shit Jews been through.
Sure. Yeah, that too.
And a genocide.
But so I'm asking him about this, and I'm like, well, doesn't that go against like everything that religion and spirituality is? And he goes, no. I went, what? What do you mean? He goes, yeah. So, and he tells me this little story where like Jesus walks through this town, and there's a prisoner in like the middle of the town who's possessed by 1,000 demons.
I think I remember this one.
And
I remember that part of the movie. Because the Bible just, you see so many versions of the goddamn Bible, it just feels like just a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like, I seen that part of the movie. I went to get popcorn right after.
Right? So Jesus walks by this prisoner, and one of the demons like screams in agony and was like, is the son of the king here to torture us? And he's talking to Jesus. Like, Jesus, it was a bad motherfucker, right? And Jesus looks at him like side-eyes this cat and goes, no, I'm here to show you my walk of mercy. When I return is when the slaughter will begin. Like, Jesus wasn't playing.
Did Jesus say a Terminator style like that?
Yeah, like he was rap god
you made Jesus sound like he was smoking on Newport when I return.
Hail Mary!
Hail Mary, come with me.
Yeah, no, that's the way John told it, dude. I was like, yo, like Jesus is a savage, dude.
In the Bible, I remember that story, and it does kind of play out that way.
Right.
But when you're young, you don't give a fuck. Like, Jesus, don't talk that deep shit.
Yeah.
I mean, motherfucker, I'm waiting every 4 weeks for fucking communion. I'm just here for this.
Yeah.
I'm here for the bread and the drink.
No, that was the other thing. I started cracking up. I'm like, yo, okay. Water into wine, dude. Jesus was a partier, man. He had hookers and blow. I'm certain of it. John starts laughing.
Jesus just turned sand to blow.
Yeah.
The whole beach is blow right now.
No, this guy starts cracking up.
You are swimming in cocaine.
This guy starts cracking up, takes a big old swig of whiskey, and goes, "Well, we're made in His image."
If Jesus is going to do this right, if Jesus is going to do this right, He's going to turn the water to wine, the sand into coke, and the palm trees into weed.
Right. Yeah, it was the most fascinating conversation. Of course, you get your boy Vance in the background here every once in a while.
If he was real cool, he turned all the buttons into MDMA
or LSD, so you could just be like, lick it,
motherfucker, pop off a button and be doing some Molly. Woo! I'm sweating. Woo!
Yeah, popping buttons, I'm sweating.
Woo!
Well, yeah, all in all, great trip. Fascinating conversation. Vance, fuck you, bro. You don't even listen to my show. I don't give a shit, but
it's not even your real fucking name.
Yeah.
I mean, you still got him scared because the bitch won't say your name on the show.
No, because I'm not going to give him any clout. I won't give this motherfucker any clout.
Talk about Vance, I'm sweating.
Oh, so you already know, so it's about that time to go. We got to get the fuck out of here. Ladies and gentlemen.
I had fun. Did you have a good time today?
I had a wonderful time. Thank you for joining us here on the Hype Podcast. Don't forget to look at our entire library at thehypepodcast.com.
Make sure you subscribe. Just subscribe. So every time this comes out, make sure you turn the alerts on too, so you'll know when Oso drops a new shit. And the host of No Name.
Oh shit! Oso's dropping some new shit.
Dropping some new shit.
You don't see this motherfucker wearing the crown on the show because
I drink the crown and not the apple because I have no vagina.
Put that in your pussy.
Put that in your pussy and kegel it.
Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/The Hype Podcast, and donate to our Patreon, patreon.com/The Hype Podcast. If you want to see something on our show, donate, bitch.
Hey, does our phone number still work?
Fuck no, I got rid of that shit.
Oh,
None of you cunts ever call me.
Use the goddamn internet.
Yeah, use the technology. We got AI now. We don't need phones. Go fuck yourself. Oh, and you think they're gonna microchip the babies? You got GPS on your smartphone, bitch.
You got GPS on your dog, dummy.
Yeah. We were talking about that, Camp, too. It's like, yeah, where are we going? What happens if we go back to town and shit gets nuked? And they were like, we're coming out here, motherfucker. There ain't no service.
So I go boop. Yeah. And it's hard to follow that up. I just put it in your pussy and kegel it.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.